Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to hear me loud and clear today. 2026 is not just another year. It is not a calendar that flips. It is a turning point, a year that can either break you or a year that can make you. And I am standing here to tell you, you were born for the latter. You were born to rise above, to push past the limits that have been holding you down. I don't care what 2025 looked like for you. I don't care how many doors closed, how many nights you prayed, or how many times you felt like giving up, because 26 is different. 2026 is your year. And tonight I am going to show you how to step into it fully, fearlessly, and unapologetically. Are you ready to claim it? Are you ready to make 2026 your best year yet? Vision is everything. If you cannot see it, you cannot become it. Your mind is the soil and your vision is the seed. If you plant a small seed, you will harvest something small. But if you plant a vision that is bold, massive, and bigger than anything you've ever dared to imagine, then your life will grow into something extraordinary. Too many people walk through life in a haze, letting the days, months, and years slip by without a clear direction, without a picture of what their life could be. They wake up each morning reacting to circumstances instead of intentionally creating their future. But listen to me today, your vision is the blueprint of your destiny. What you see in your heart and mind today determines what you will hold in your hands tomorrow. Vision is not just a dream. Vision is clarity. It is the ability to look beyond what is right in front of you and to see what could be, what should be, what God or the universe has prepared for you. You cannot wait for someone else to hand it to you. You cannot wait for luck or chance. Vision requires you to stretch, to look beyond your current limitations, to rise above what you've been told is possible. It calls for faith that is greater than fear and courage that will carry you through the darkest nights. When you have a vision, you are no longer at the mercy of circumstances. You have a direction, a target, a destination. Every step you take, every decision you make is filtered through that vision. Every choice becomes a brick in the house of your future. Without vision, people drift. They settle. They accept mediocrity because they cannot see a better version of themselves. But with vision, even the impossible becomes possible. You see, vision has a way of awakening something inside you that no one else can touch. It calls you out of the ordinary and sets your soul on fire. It creates hunger, and that hunger fuels action. You begin to move differently. You start to make sacrifices, to endure hardships, and to push past pain, all because you can see the prize ahead. Vision gives you resilience. It keeps you standing when storms try to knock you down, when people doubt you, when doors close, when failure stares you in the face. Your vision whispers, keep going, you're on the right path. And let me tell you something, your vision must be personal, not borrowed. It cannot be someone else's dream for you. It must come from the depths of who you are, what you were created to do, and the legacy you were born to leave. When your vision aligns with your purpose, it becomes unstoppable. People may question it, society may reject it, but when God or destiny plants a vision in your spirit, nothing can extinguish it. So as you step into 2026, I challenge you to see it clearly, to see it vividly, to see it boldly. Craft a vision so compelling that it moves you to action, inspires those around you, and becomes the engine that propels you toward the best year of your life. Too many people live their entire lives trapped in a prison of their own making, chained by beliefs that are not even true. Limiting beliefs are the invisible bars that hold you back from the life you were meant to live. They are the quiet voices that whisper, you can't, you're not enough. This is as good as it gets. And the worst part is you start believing them. You start carrying them like a heavy load on your shoulders, letting them dictate your decisions, your actions, and even your dreams. But I am here to tell you today, those beliefs are not facts, they are lies. And in 2026, it is time to break free from them. Breaking free begins with awareness. You have to identify the stories you have been telling yourself, the narratives that have been shaping your life without you even realizing it. Maybe it's the belief that you are too old, too young, too inexperienced, or too ordinary. Maybe it's the idea that success only happens to other people. or that you have to settle for what you already have. These beliefs are nothing but walls built from fear, doubt, and past disappointments. But here is the truth. Walls are meant to be climbed over, broken through, or torn down, and you have the strength, the courage, and the power to do it. You see, beliefs are powerful because they influence your thoughts, your words, and your actions. They are the lens through which you see the world. And if that lens is clouded with fear or negativity, everything you see is distorted. You will see obstacles instead of opportunities, failures instead of lessons, and limitations instead of potential. But the moment you change your beliefs, you change your vision, you change your mindset, you begin to see doors where once there were only walls. You begin to hear possibilities where once there was only doubt. You begin to act boldly instead of hesitantly, and you start moving toward your destiny with purpose and confidence. Breaking free from limiting beliefs also requires courage. It requires confronting the lies you have carried for years, facing the fear of the unknown, and stepping into uncharted territory. It requires refusing to let past failures define your future, refusing to let criticism or rejection dictate your worth. You have to tell yourself, I am capable, I am worthy, I am more than enough. And then you have to live it, you have to walk it. You have to speak it so often that it becomes louder than the doubts in your mind. 2026 is the year to let go of the beliefs that no longer serve you. It is the year to silence the voices of limitation and amplify the voice of possibility. It is the year to break free and realize that what you once thought was impossible is now within your reach. When you shed the chains of limiting beliefs, you step into your true power, your true potential, and your true purpose. You become unstoppable. Commitment without action is like a car without fuel. It goes nowhere. You can have the biggest dreams, the clearest vision, and the strongest faith, but if you do not act consistently, none of it will matter. Consistent action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It is the daily steps, no matter how small, that compound over time to create extraordinary results. Too many people wait for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect circumstances, but the truth is perfect moments rarely exist. What exists is the choice to start, the decision to move, and the determination to keep going even when it feels difficult. When you commit to consistent action, you are telling the universe, I will not be passive. I will not wait for life to happen to me. I will make life happen for me. It is the practice of showing up every day, giving your best effort, and refusing to quit even when the progress seems invisible. Success is not an overnight phenomenon. It is the sum of small, deliberate actions repeated faithfully over time. Each step, each effort, each decision matters. The person who consistently shows up, even when discouraged, eventually outpaces the person who relies solely on talent, luck, or fleeting motivation. Consistency also builds momentum. Action begets results, and results beget confidence. The more you act, the more opportunities you create, the more doors open, and the more clarity you gain about your path. It is in the process of taking consistent steps that you learn, adapt, and grow. You begin to understand what works, what doesn't, and how to refine your strategy. Each day you take action, you are investing in your future self. Each effort, no matter how small it seems in the moment, becomes a brick in the foundation of your dreams. But let me be clear, consistent action requires discipline. It requires that you do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It requires that you resist procrastination, push through fatigue, and fight against distractions. Motivation may come and go, but discipline sustains you. The person who achieves greatness is not the one who waits for inspiration. It is the one who wakes up and acts again and again, even on the hard days. In 2026, I challenge you to commit yourself fully to consistent action. Decide today that no matter how small the step, you will take it. Decide that you will not allow fear, doubt, or setbacks to stop you. Commit to showing up for your dreams daily, because it is the steady, persistent effort that separates the successful from the stalled. Action transforms vision into reality. Action turns dreams into destiny. Action is the heartbeat of achievement. When you commit to it, there is no force strong enough to hold you back. Who you surround yourself with will determine the trajectory of your life. You can have all the talent, all the vision, and all the drive in the world, but if you place yourself in the wrong environment with the wrong people, your potential will be limited. Toxic relationships, negative influences, and energy draining connections will drain your focus, dull your vision, and slow your progress. But when you surround yourself with the right people, those who uplift you, challenge you, and believe in your dreams, something extraordinary happens. Their energy becomes your energy, their vision becomes your vision, and their support becomes the wind beneath your wings. The right people do not just cheer you on, they push you to be better. They hold you accountable when you start to falter. They challenge you to grow, to stretch, and to rise above mediocrity. They celebrate your victories, but they also prepare you for the challenges that will come. Life is too short to spend it with those who drain your joy, belittle your efforts, or doubt your potential. In 2026, it is time to take a hard look at the company you keep. Are these the people who are helping you move toward your destiny, or are they keeping you stuck in the same place? Surrounding yourself with the right people also gives you access to wisdom, experience, and opportunities that you may not find on your own. Mentors, coaches, and those who have walked the path before you can provide guidance, open doors, and help you avoid costly mistakes. But even peers matter. Being around ambitious, like-minded individuals fuels creativity, sparks new ideas, and creates an environment where excellence is expected, not optional. When you are in a room full of people striving for greatness, mediocrity cannot survive. Your mind begins to operate at a higher level, and your standards for yourself rise. And let me tell you something, surrounding yourself with the right people is not just about personal gain. It is about alignment with your purpose. It is about being intentional with your relationships. Every connection should either add value, push you closer to your vision, or provide lessons that help you grow. When you cultivate these kinds of relationships, you create a support system that strengthens you in every area of your life, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and even financially. In 2026, refuse to settle for relationships that do not serve your growth. Seek out those who inspire you, challenge you, and encourage you to reach higher. Distance yourself from negativity, envy, and doubt. Protect your time and your energy because your dreams deserve an environment that nurtures them. The people you choose to keep close are not just companions, they are catalysts for your success. Surround yourself wisely, and you will find that your path becomes clearer, your steps become bolder, and your 2026 becomes a year unlike any other. Failure is not the enemy, it is the teacher you didn't know you needed. Too many people fear failure, running from it, hiding from it, pretending it doesn't exist. They let the fear of falling paralyze their steps, stop their dreams, and rob them of their destiny. But I am here to tell you today, failure is not the end, it is the beginning. Every great person, every legend you admire, every success story you've ever heard has one thing in common: failure. They fell, they stumbled, they faced setbacks, but they refused to quit. And that is what separates those who merely dream from those who achieve. You see, failure is fuel. It is the fire that forges resilience, strength, and wisdom. It teaches lessons that success never could. When you fail, you are given a choice to shrink under the weight of disappointment or to rise taller, stronger, and more determined than ever before. The world will try to shame you for failing. Society will try to tell you that a mistake defines you. But remember this, failure is only permanent if you allow it to be. If you embrace it, learn from it, and let it shape you, it becomes a stepping stone to something far greater than you imagined. The truth is, failure exposes the gaps between where you are and where you need to be. It reveals weaknesses, challenges your limitations, and forces you to stretch beyond what you thought possible. Each failure carries within it the seeds of your next success. The problem is not failure itself, but how you respond to it. Do you run? Do you blame? Do you give up? Or do you rise, adjust, and take the next step with courage? Those who embrace failure as fuel see obstacles as opportunities, setbacks as setups, and losses as lessons. They understand that no great achievement comes without risk, and no risk comes without the possibility of falling. In 2026, I challenge you to change your relationship with failure. Stop fearing it, stop avoiding it, and start using it as a tool for growth. Let each misstep teach you something new. Let each disappointment refine your strategy, and let each defeat strengthen your resolve. Remember, failure is not a reflection of your worth. It is a reflection of your effort. It means you are trying, you are pushing, and you are alive. When you embrace failure as fuel, you transform every no into a not yet, every closed door into a redirection, and every setback into a setup for your comeback. You stop waiting for permission, stop looking for guarantees, and start taking bold action, knowing that even if you fall, you will rise stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable than ever before. In 2026, let failure be your teacher, your motivator, and your fuel, because the person who learns to harness it will walk into a year filled with breakthroughs, victories, and greatness beyond imagination. Living with gratitude and purpose is the secret that separates ordinary lives from extraordinary ones. Too many people rush through life, chasing success, chasing money, chasing recognition, and they forget the power of being thankful for what they already have. Gratitude is not just saying thank you when things go well. It is a mindset, a way of seeing the world that transforms ordinary moments into blessings, obstacles into opportunities, and challenges into lessons. When you live with gratitude, you begin to recognize that every day, every breath, every chance is a gift. And when you realize that your life changes, you stop complaining, you stop comparing, and you start appreciating the richness of the journey. But gratitude alone is not enough. Gratitude must be paired with purpose. Purpose is the reason you get out of bed each morning, the fire that fuels your decisions, and the compass that guides your life. Without purpose, even the most talented, wealthy, or powerful people can feel empty. They may achieve, but they will not truly fulfill the destiny that was written for them. Purpose gives meaning to every effort, every struggle, and every victory. It turns work into worship, challenges into growth, and setbacks into preparation for the greatness that is ahead. When you live with both gratitude and purpose, you create a life that is unstoppable. Gratitude keeps you humble, and purpose keeps you focused. Gratitude helps you celebrate what you have, and purpose pushes you toward what you are meant to achieve. It is a balance of contentment and ambition, appreciation and action. People who live this way inspire others because they are not only chasing their dreams, they are living them in a way that uplifts, motivates, and impacts everyone around them. Your life becomes bigger than just you. It becomes a legacy, a story, and a light for others to follow. In 2026, I challenge you to wake up each day with a heart full of gratitude and a mind fixed on your purpose. Be thankful for the people who have been part of your journey, even those who caused you pain, because every experience shaped you into who you are. Be grateful for your successes, your failures, your lessons, and your growth. And let that gratitude fuel a deeper pursuit of your purpose, guiding your actions, shaping your choices, and determining the way you spend your time, energy, and resources. Purpose without gratitude can lead to burnout. Gratitude without purpose can lead to complacency. But when the two come together, they create an unstoppable force. You move with intention, speak with conviction, and act with clarity. You understand that life is not just about what you get, but what you give. You see that every action, no matter how small, can ripple into something much greater than yourself. In 2026, live intentionally, give generously, serve passionately, and let your life be a reflection of a heart that is thankful and a soul that is on fire for its purpose. When you do this, I promise you, your best year yet is not just possible, it is inevitable. So now I say to you, 2026 is not coming to pass like any other year. It is your year. A year to rise, to break chains, to shatter ceilings, and to step fully into the destiny that has been waiting for you. No more excuses, no more waiting, no more playing small. This is the year you act, the year you believe, the year you conquer. Stand tall, move boldly, and let the world feel the power of a person who knows their purpose, embraces their vision, and refuses to settle. Make 2026 your best year yet, and watch miracles unfold.